Well, obviously, the UFC debut, man, a lot of attention, a lot of building up to this. I mean, just talk about the emotion right now that you're feeling just a few days out.
I'm just feeling excited, no pressure, just, excited for this moment. Excited to go out there on Saturday night, get the finish, and put on a hell of a performance. For all the people that go out there and, come from like different countries to support, from T-Mobile, from different states that come out here, I'm just going to go out there and put on a show for everybody at T-Mobile and everybody watching around the world.
Obviously, it's going to be a packed arena. I mean, it's going to be a big deal. Do you expect to feel any different as you're walking to the cage, or do you think it'll be just another day for you?
It's just another day because it's a different cage, different arena, but still one guy. Like, I'm fighting just one guy, same opponent, like same as others. Like, it's a different name, but he's the same from everybody, so there's nothing different from that.
All the attention that you're getting, man, it's been crazy. I mean, even the entourage walking around, you can't. I mean, is this wild? Is this what you expected in your debut, or is this even more than you anticipated?
More than I anticipated, but I'm getting used to it. At first, it was, a little like I wasn't used to it, but now I'm used to it, and now it feels like more normal. But at first, it was a little like awkward for me, but now it feels more normal.
Jay, you said it's just another fighter, but I guess what do you think about him as an opponent? Is there anything in his game that stands out to you?
I don't think there's nothing in his game that stands out. So I'm just going to go out there and prove it on Saturday night that there's levels to this. Like I said, somehow he got into the UFC, but Saturday night, I'm just going to get the job done and finish him on Saturday night.
Last thing for me, I know you had this goal of being the youngest UFC champion. So do you feel like you got to go, make some kind of super statement on Saturday to do that, or is a win of any kind good enough just to get you started?
Saturday night, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and for me, it's not only winning this fight on Saturday night, it's about going out there and making a statement. So just to prove a point that I'm ready to face higher level competition. So I'm just going to show everybody that I'm levels above. So the key to this fight is not only winning this fight, but also I'm going to win impressively to show that I'm ready to fight higher level competition.
We're in front right here. Are you still in school while also being a professional athlete?
Yeah, this is my senior year in high school.
So how do you balance being a high school student and a professional athlete?
I started doing homeschool so I can have more training sessions, but being in school was a little bit harder than fighting because I would go to the cafeteria, and then the only good thing they got in the cafeteria is pizza. Like we would all fight for the pizza. Like everybody after class runs to the cafeteria to get a slice of pizza. Everything else is not that good. So yeah, that was kind of hard. And then it was kind of hard, outrunning other people that want to get that pizza, but. Even in class, like my friends and stuff, everybody always has food, like a bag of chips on that backpack instead of homework. So we would all just be eating chips and stuff. So it was kind of hard for my diet. Good thing I don't have to diet, but yeah, that was still hard.
And your opponent was in here earlier today, and he was very complimentary of you, saying that you are skilled, you're here for a reason. But I had heard that you wanted to be UFC champion by the time you're 20. And I told him that, and he said, yeah, well, I also want to be Santa Claus. It's just probably not going to happen that quick.
Hey, she would actually do a better job in being Santa Claus than being a fighter. So, after this fight, that dream can come true. His dream on being Santa Claus can come true. He can go ahead and go dress as Santa Claus and go stand outside of the mall, and some kids can take pictures with him if he really wants that. And if he wants, he can buy me a gift. He can buy me a gift and bring it to my home or whatever he wants to do after the fight. I'll make his dream come true too. Just like he's making my dream come true by beating him on Saturday night. See? It's a win-win for everybody here, right?
Hey, Raul over here. Did you start homeschool before or after Contender Series?
In between, a little bit after, but because it was kind of hard. I was going to school, but I was missing a lot of days because I was training and stuff. So that's why I say in between. But yeah, hopefully I graduate this year.
I was gonna ask, what did your teachers say when it's like, hey, I'm gonna miss some days at school, I'm gonna be fighting guys on television?
Nah, they don't really care about that. They're just like, every day that you're absent, your grade goes down, and that's all they care about.
Are you gonna still walk with all of your classmates and get to kind of show off a little bit at graduation?
I'm planning to go to the graduation with all my classmates, but like I said, hopefully I graduate. But yeah, like that would be fun because I've like grown up with them, so it'll be pretty cool for me to go out and join them for the graduation.
And my final question, obviously being young in the game, what kind of things do your coaches tell you to help you focus and just keep, just growing and not getting too far ahead, even though you do have those big goals for yourself?
They don't really tell me to like put a limit. They just tell me whatever I want to do is just hard work. Whatever I want to do, it just takes hard work. Like I said, for anybody, whatever anybody wants to do is just hard work. There's no secret, so that's what I'm gonna do. I've been doing to get to the UFC, and that's what I keep doing to win this fight. It's hard work. So Saturday night, all my hard work is gonna show.
Thank you.
And right here, Raul. Was it difficult for you to kind of take a step outside that social boundary and have to stop going to school like all your friends and kind of have to do things differently, or was that just a sacrifice you knew you were going to have to make maybe at some point?
No, I actually didn't know I was gonna have to make that type of sacrifice because I knew I was gonna be in the UFC early, like around this age. But for some reason, I didn't think that I was gonna still be in high school. Like that didn't cross my mind. So yeah, I had to leave school. But I mean, I wish I was still in school, like in regular school, because I think it's pretty fun, like hanging out with friends. And then I'm not training. Like I'm just sitting on the desk and like talking and eating and stuff, But I had to take that away for me to become an even greater fighter than what I am today. So I didn't know I had to make that sacrifice, but at the end of the day, I realized I had to make it, and that's what I did.
And I think that's a sacrifice a lot of high schoolers wouldn't be able to make. They wouldn't be able to get over stuff like that. So I guess, what do you feel like separates you from everybody else where you're able to do this stuff so early and get so far?
I think it's about how bad I want it, so I'm willing to do anything, whatever it takes for me to get whatever I want. So, like, that's what it took, so that's what I had to do. And, like, also it was hard because when I was going to school, like, I'll get invited to parties, I'll get invited to, like a lot of parties, after school parties and stuff, or, like, hanging out with friends, but I never had time for all that stuff because I had to be at the gym. And then, so yeah, that's like a big sacrifice that I had to do. Like I say, I think about it like sacrifice now, enjoy later. So after my career, after it's all said and done, like don't be surprised if you see me like fucking going wild on parties and stuff.
And what do your friends think of this? I mean, they're sitting in math class and you're out like bodying grown men and stuff. Is it like, do you have a big support group of friends that helping you along the way here?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty funny because they don't understand the process of the UFC. So when they first they would say, "Hey, when are you gonna join the UFC?" Hey, tell Dana White to sign you. But it's funny because when they announced my fight that I'm fighting on December 10th versus Perrin, they were telling me, "Bro, that's too easy. Tell Dana White to put you with Brock Lesnar." I'm like, what? Okay. I'm like, but yeah, it's like so funny. Like they don't really understand. Like there's weight classes and stuff, but they're always supporting, So I really appreciate that.
Raul, Raul, back here.
Oh.
To your left.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. My bad.
Your brother Jesse just picked up his second professional win. Do you think in 2023 we're going to have two Rosas brothers in the UFC?
Absolutely. That's the dream. Two brothers becoming UFC champions. I know right now they got a couple brothers in the UFC, like a couple pair of brothers. So if they do it before us, we're still going to do it. And if they don't, then we're going to make history on becoming the first brothers becoming champions in the UFC. That's the goal right now. I think we have the same knowledge, like every fighter that knows us and that has trained with us, they know that my brother is also like has a great skill set. But what put my brother behind is injuries, or like his opponents pull out for some reason. He has like that thing where his opponents pull out the week of the fight. But yeah, we tried fighting on the same card, like he would be here right now, but his fighters pulled out, so right now he's 2-0. He's coming up though, and I can't wait for us to both be fighting on the same card in the UFC. And like we used to do it, one day we're gonna do it in the UFC when he comes in. We're gonna put the check on the table, and whoever gets the fastest finish is gonna take it all.
Cool. Thank you.
Raúl, aquí. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Bien, bien, bien.
Two quick questions, Raúl. One, I have heard that Jay and you were training partners at Syndicate. If it's not right, is it right that it ended up very well? Some kind of sparring or something like that? That's my first question. And my second one, tell me, how do you feel, how is it to train with Coach Hector Vasquez, the creator of Jiu-Jitsu Champions?
So what was the first question?
The one with Jay and you were training partners
Yeah.
at Syndicate once, and one training session didn't go well. Is that right?
What do you mean one training session didn't go well?
That you have kind of an argument or something like that?
Oh, no, what? No, did he say that?
No, I've heard.
No. It wasn't that. We just kind of had like, I wouldn't say a fallout from that gym because we were training at that gym, me and my brother. I wouldn't say a fallout, but I feel like some people don't fit in one gym, and you know, like that's like regular. I feel like we didn't fit in that gym because I don't want to say the reasons, but yeah, we didn't fit in that gym, so we started training with Hector Vasquez. And I really appreciate Hector Vasquez because he helps us fix small details, little adjustments that we have to make. And I also train at 10th Planet Las Vegas with Andy Barella and Coach Casey. And right there, it's all gas, no brakes. That's the mentality that they put us, and everybody there like is coming up. Like there's a lot of youth grapplers that are coming up. You got Spencer, Adam, Nick, us. We all got our purple belt at the same time, and we're coming up. Like all of us are hungry, and we're here to take over. Even Andy Barella, he's competing at the highest level in jiu-jitsu, so I get to make adjustments with him, and I'm grateful for that. But we're all hungry to take over in every sport, and that's gonna happen one day. We're gonna be taking over. We're gonna be at the top, and it's just all gas, no brakes, putting in the work, and that's what is gonna take us to wherever we want to be.
Gracias.
Nah.
Buenas tardes, Raúl. Felicidades en este momento de tu carrera que está la infancia, vamos a decir, de que eres un miembro del UFC. ¿Cómo se compara el sueño que tenías? Un día voy a llegar, ahí voy a estar. Ahora, actualmente que estás aquí con la prensa y días de debutar en el octágono, ¿cómo se compara el sueño con la realidad?
Pues el sueño con la realidad, pues lo único que me ayuda es de que por eso no estoy nervioso, o como ahorita que estoy sentado aquí mismo, me siento normal porque yo lo veía en la televisión y yo solito ya me veía aquí, como yo sabía que iba a llegar a este momento un día, y gracias a Dios ahorita estoy aquí. Y pues lo único que me ayuda es como yo lo decía, que estaba en el último show viendo las peleas de T-Mobile y yo sabía que iba a pelear pronto en el Contender Series. So cuando yo estaba ahí sentado, yo dije, en el siguiente show voy a pelear aquí, y gracias a Dios ahí va a ser mi debut. Pero como todo esto ya era esperado para mí, no es como nada de que me llegó de sorpresa. Todo esto me lo he ganado con trabajo duro, entonces pues me siento normal, sin nervios. Como para mi pelea no tengo nervios, nomás me siento relajado, confiado, porque todo el trabajo duro me llevó a estar aquí, y he seguido trabajando duro, y por eso todo eso me va a ayudar a ganar esa pelea el sábado también.
De acuerdo. ¿Y si nos puedes decir nomás algo raro, extraño o simpático de cómo ha cambiado tu vida desde el momento que agarraste ese contrato en Dana White Contender Series hasta ahorita? Una cosita que nos puedas...
Que ya no comemos arroz y frijoles.
De acuerdo, man. Y finalmente, para mí, vas a debutar el evento más grande del fin del año, el evento por paga, pues, o sea, con pelea principal es por título. ¿Esperas darnos 15 minutos de acción? Si puedes finalizar a tu oponente, ¿qué le puedes decir a tus fans que esperen este sábado cuando debutes en el octágono?
Que esperen una finalización de 100% seguro. Voy y lo voy a finalizar. No importa qué round me tome, pero con toda la presión y todo lo que voy a llevar a esa jaula, como con la presión que le voy a dar a mi oponente y todo, lo voy a romper y luego lo voy a finalizar.
De acuerdo, bien, gracias y buena suerte el sábado.
Gracias.